The G7 summit
utilize local resources more sustainably to enhance food security in the continent. Director in charge of Resource Security Division of the Japanese Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Nishimura Yasuko, speaking at the closing ceremony of the G7 summit, said there is need for developing countries to invest in sustainable food production strategies.
G7 summit, in a communique at the conclusion of its annual meeting, said food insecurity is as a result of multiple factors, including the COVID-19 pandemic, the conflict in Ukraine, soaring energy prices, the climate crisis and shocks, biodiversity loss, land degradation, water security, and armed conflicts which have disrupted food systems.
On the short-term actions as well as those mid to long-term efforts, both G7 and partner countries have agreed to work together on concrete actions towards realizing those goals.
Of particular concern to the Director in charge of Resource Security Division of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan, Nishimura Yasuko, are threats facing women and children, especially in developing countries.
Important to immediately work on and accelerate the effort to improve the sustainability of agricultural system in a manner which increases production.
She says there is a need to put in place mechanisms that help to contribute to stable food supply across the globe.
Repeated drought in Africa. We are very keenly aware of the need to assist those countries, especially vulnerable developing countries who face immediate food crisis.
With the G7 agreeing to support Africa's food security agenda, Nishimura challenged African states to begin to look at what works locally to aid in increasing agricultural production. She says the Coalition for African Rice Development, CAD, being implemented by the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, is one of the programs put in place to aid African countries in increasing rice production.
Aiming to redoubling rice production from 28 to 56 until 2030. So basically, we are working for rice production.
Fumihiko Suzuki, who is in charge of agricultural and rural development at JICA, also urged African countries to use organic fertilizer so as to improve soil nutrients and in the process raise productivity.
If we input too much chemical fertilizer, the soil is going to be deteriorated. Okay? So we have to, of course it's not very much easy, but theoretically, most important point is to add enough quantity of organic fertilizer.
He says CAD program aims to double rice production in 32 countries in sub-Saharan Africa. Judith Akolo, The Lunchtime News.